Wild West shootout developed as the Disc Golf Pro Tour rolled into Texas for its second stop, as a playoff was needed to decide the winner of the Waco Annual Charity Open. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. I'm Steve Hill of Ultiworld Disc Golf, here for Jomez Productions' coverage of the Waco Annual Charity Open presented by Dynamic Discs, here at beautiful Brazos Park East in Waco, Texas. Clocking in at a par 66 and just over 7,500 feet, Brazos brings a nice mix of open and wooded holes to the table here at the Disc Golf Pro Tour's second stop for the 2017 season. We're going to catch up with the action here on round one with a featured card featuring that man, Wysocki, dropping his bombs early and often. Here he is on hole number 7. This actually plays as the first hole on this course with a nice little park job there. Here on hole 10, using the forehand, and that's metal, but he gets a bad roll away there. Just unlucky out to the edge of the circle, but no problem for Wysocki. He still converts for the birdie. Here he is again on 16, bending it like Beckham for the throw-in birdie. Here's Wysocki again on hole 2, pure in that triple mando with a nice skip off the rock for another birdie. Here again, hole 5. You've heard it before. Another birdie for Wysocki. He ended up at 11 under par on the round, tied for second place with James Conrad, and 2 shots behind Jeremy Koling as we head into round 2. Wysocki, different shirt, same shot as hole 1, and same result. Starting off the round nicely, Jeremy Koling coming off the hot round in round 1. Starting well in round 2 with the friendly skip and roll toward the pin. And the easy cleanup. James Conrad also on the card after an impressive first round. Rocks back. Dead center. Keeping pace with Koling, who hits another big straddle putt from outside the circle. Going to hole 12, we get Conrad with the beautiful arcing line, sliding right up to the basket. The hits keep coming on hole 13. Here's Koling with another bending shot, and he's parked. Conrad wants to take back some of the mojo with the death putt. Nails it. Absolutely fearless there on hole 13 from James Conrad. Wysocki here on hole 17 with another birdie, and the SloMez replay. And Conrad's got another of his own. Jeremy Koling taps out with a couple birdies of his own to end the round, and he's going to take a one-shot lead heading into day 3. Simon Lizotte also making a big jump up to the lead car for the final round, and we caught up with Big Germ to see what his approach would be.
You know, there's no such thing for me as protecting. It's just, I got to go out there and play my game. I mean, 1 stroke is nothing. 5 strokes is really nothing. You know, I mean, you start getting late in the round and you start thinking about that. But right now, it's I got to go out there and I got to play really great golf. And if I do, then I'll be the guy up on top at the end. So
he's going to start it off here on hole 7, taking a more straight line approach than most of the other players here, and gets a little help off the backboard there, and he'll tap in for the easy birdie to start the round. Wysocki keeping pace with another one of those signature big putts from the circle's edge. And Simon Lizotte also with the hot putter all weekend long, keeping pace. Koling, meanwhile, going to take a par, lose a stroke to the others, looking to get it back right here on hole 9 with the smooth forehand. The little skip, and it does not get much closer than that. Moving on to hole 10, Lizotte with a little bit of trouble off the tee. Accuracy was a bit of a problem on the day. And the same for Wysocki here. Accurate, but doesn't get a friendly bounce. They're both going to run into a little trouble here. Simon with the nice putt, still for a bogey. They both fall off the pace a little bit. Hole 11, Wysocki again leaves the shot a little short with the cut roll. And Koling's going to take his Eagle L. Straight line up the middle, bouncing off the tree. He's going to be a little short. Wysocki for the comeback. Can't make it off that dreaded top band. Koling taking some control with the birdie, but little does he know that on the chase card, James Conrad has absolutely caught fire. Starting here with hole 11. And again on hole 12, carving up the wooded back section of the beast with another birdie. He started out 7 down through 7. Here he bends this shot on 13 for another. Here on hole 14, straight line down the middle. And that's actually his first miss on the day so far. 7 down through 7. And he's going to make up for it here on hole 15 from a knee with the little flex up shot and converts for the eagle. Conrad knew the spotlight was shifting toward him. We caught up with him after the round at Ultiworld Disc Golf. He said, "Then I saw one of the live coverage cameras shift over to our card, and that gave me a good idea that I at least had it tied up or taken the lead." He had, in fact, tied it up at that point from the chase card. Koling looking to retain sole possession lead with the upshot from a knee here on hole 16. And just leaves that one off to the left side of the chains. Looking to make up for it on hole 17. Same thing, same side of the basket. Hole 18. Looking for redemption. With the big, long upshot skipping just into the bushes. And Koling converts for the big eagle. Koling knotted up with Conrad with 6 to play as we head to the front, more open part of the course. Forehand, skip off of the tree, roll just the edge of the circle, and another missed putt for Koling. Just can't seem to get it consistently going today. And another one on hole 2. At this point, Koling has dropped 2 behind to Conrad, and he needs to get on a roll. He takes the champion Roadrunner, and it goes. And it could go all the... Not quite all the way, with a little Chris Berman nod there, but Koling finishes it off for the second eagle of the round. And it is back tied up as we head into hole 5, where we catch up with Conrad, hitting his first real stretch of adversity on the day here. Leaves the flex shot, and it doesn't flex enough. Takes a splash in the water out of bounds. He's going to put the upshot right there, but will take his first bogey of the day at quite an inopportune time, with only 2 holes left to play here. Koling here, taking his turn on hole 5. Sneaks it around the trees, around the corner, and he is feeling it. Safe with the long drive, with a chance to take advantage of Conrad's mistake. Floats the upshot over the water. He's going to have a tap-in birdie. And we are back tied up heading into the final hole of the tournament. And Conrad with a chance to go over the water, perhaps sensing a little bit of danger from the last hole. Plays it safe and off to the left off the tee. Takes the nice, smooth approach. And with that birdie, sets a new course record, 15 under par at the Beast. But Jeremy Koling lurks. He will need an eagle to win. A birdie sends this to a playoff. We just saw Conrad take the safe line, But Big Germ, like his name, is going big, crushing it over the water. Headwind turns it over a bit, and he's going to be about 90 feet out. Looking at a possible eagle to win the event. He's already got 2 of them on the round, remember. But it looks like it's just going to stay at 2. He's going to lay up, take the easy birdie, and that means free disc golf.
James Conrad with a 167. James Conrad gets the box with the hot round of a 52. That's a new course record.
Conrad with plenty on the line, taking his time to line up his tee shot here on the first of possible 4 playoff holes, 558-foot par 4 hole 3 with a destroyer, and he's looking for it all from the start. And it just rolls out of bounds. But Koling still has to finish the hole. It's not quite over yet. Another signature smooth forehand. And he'll follow it up with yet another forehand. And he's going to be right there for birdie, which means the pressure is on Conrad, coming in from out of bounds from about 60 feet. An admirable run from James Conrad, just could not make it stick. And that's going to mean that Jeremy Koling is going to be the winner of the Waco Annual Charity Open. His first victory on the Disc Golf Pro Tour stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 champion for the Waco Annual Charity Open presented by Dynamic Discs, Jeremy Koling.
Let's catch up with the big man to get his thoughts on the win.
You know, I just really had a lot of things going my direction coming into this event. I felt really good, felt like I was in the right place. And so I'm just really, really proud right now. I was feeling like the game's coming around. Still got some things to work on, you know. Last 2 rounds, I probably missed a total of between 9 and 10 putts inside the circle. Can't do that, you know. I can throw the disc pretty well, but if I'm not putting it in the basket, I'm not going to be winning. So when that putt starts going in more regularly, first round I didn't miss any inside the circle, and that's what gave me that lead. And I'm going to have to continue doing that to continue being here in the future. But as of right now, I'm feeling really good, and so it's a good feeling.
Let's take one final look at the leaderboard. After Koling and Conrad, we see Simon Lizotte and Ricky Wysocki tied for 3rd place, and Miles Seaborn shooting almost as hot a round as James Conrad to come up to 5th place. Speaking of hot, let's take a look at the Discraft hot shots for the Waco Annual Charity Open. Flashing back to round 1, Patrick Brown with the near ace. Brown ended up in 8th overall. Again in round 1, Lisa Fakis over in the women's division with a beautiful shot. Speaking of Simon Lizotte, a huge putt in round 1 for birdie. He had the putter going strong all week long in Waco. We'll see what he can do next week at the Nick High Memorial. Will Shoestrick, one of the biggest arms in the game, going big over the water. Always love to hear that sound. And he converts for the eagle. That's a great way to close out the round for Shoestrick. He tied for 14th place. Back in the women's division, Sarah Hokom with another great shot, getting medal. She came in 2nd for the tournament. Eagle McMahon with a standstill roller. Yes, a standstill roller. Gets out into the woods, but he cleans it up for an eagle of his own. Gotta love the namesake shot there. McMahon tied for 12th in the event, and some more Will Shoestrick with a huge birdie putt from just outside the circle on hole 1. Speaking of big putts, another man who knows something about big putts, Ricky Wysocki, closing out the hot shots as we head into the Prodigy Hot Round. We haven't had much time to talk about the women's division at the Waco Annual Charity Open. The event again won by Paige Pierce. She is now 6 for 6 on the season, and a big part of that was her 7 under par first round at the Beast. Nearly blemish-free, 1 bogey on the round, 82% in fairway hits, 87% from circle 1, and most importantly, a 78% scramble rate. That means when she was off the fairway, she got it back, converted. Another great performance from Paige Pierce. And as we go on to the men's side, we have to come back to James Conrad's amazing, course record-breaking final round out of Brazos East. 15 under par. You have the eagle in the middle, the one lone bogey, taking the shine off the day only slightly. But again, a huge performance from James Conrad. 89% fairway hits and 90% putting from in the circle, leading the field in birdie percentage that day out at Brazos. Just a tremendous performance from the 2016 Disc Golf Pro Tour Rookie of the Year.
This is my 3rd tournament of the season. I didn't start as hot as I'd like at the Memorial or the Gentlemen's Club. Respectable finishes at both around 20th, I think 17th and 21st, so not bad, but not up top where I know I can hang, and felt like I definitely proved that this weekend. I was right up there with the best in the world at this game, so that was fun.
We all have those moments, we have those memories. They're life-changing, they're pivotal. To me, it's really about a life well lived. We make something that at its best has the opportunity to be a part of those moments with people. You decided that we were welcome to be a part of that moment. We weren't even there, but something we do and that we labor really hard to make sure is really nice and is beautiful, gets to be a part of these other people's memories, and that just feels like a gift.
Let's check in with Pro Tour Director Steve Dodge for the Innova Discs standings and stats.
So, the stats that we're going to look at today on the women's side is fairway hits. One player had 100% fairway hits in that final round, and that player was, not surprisingly, Sarah Hokom. She made an amazing run at Paige, falling just short at the end of that round. 100% fairway hits. Well done by Sarah Hokom. That's our stat of the week. And that's a wrap for the Waco presented by Dynamic Discs. Congratulations to our 3 female champions, Paige Pierce, Sarah Hokom, and Stephanie Vincent. And on the men's side, a dramatic overtime win by Jeremy Koling over James Conrad. Ricky Wysocki, Simon Lizotte tie for 3rd. So let's see where that puts us in the tour point standings after 2 events. The top 8 men so far. Simon Lizotte getting a 2nd place and a 3rd place with 157 points, as you can see on your screen. Jeremy Koling got a 12th and a 4th, 144, tied with Ricky Wysocki, who's got 2/3. Dave Felberg, 3rd and 12th, 117 points. James Conrad launches up from 26th up to 5th. Last year, he made it into the top 8 and thrilled us. He could do it again. Paul McBeth sits in 6th with just his 1 victory. Eagle McMahon and Devin Owens round out the top 8. All right, on to the women. The top 3 women get a bye into the semis in the Tour Championship. The top 6 women get a bye into the quarters. After 2 events, the top 3 women are, in this order, Paige Pierce, Sarah Hokom and Katrina Allen, sitting at 200, 170, and 135 points, respectively. 4, 5, and 6, Lisa Fakis, Madison Walker, and Jennifer Allen squeaking into that 6th spot with a strong finish here.
That's going to do it from Waco, but the Disc Golf Pro Tour is still staying in Texas. Next event headed up north to Rockwall for the Nick High Memorial, starting this Friday, March 31st. Be sure to tune in to coverage live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on the Disc Golf Pro Tour's YouTube channel. Until next time, for Jomez Productions, I'm Steve Hill. Remember to keep it in bounds. We'll see you next time.